This is probably one of the craziest and wackiest prompts I've ever seen, and it's actually fascinating. And I want to share this with you guys today. It's a prompt which was leaked from Windsurf. Windsurf, for those of you who don't know, is an IDE, kind of a competitor of Cursor, obviously a competitor of VS Code. It is by Codium. I consider it my tool of choice, my IDE of choice when it comes to AI coding assistance. It works fantastically. This is how it looks like. It's pretty cheap. I think it's $15 per month, depending on your pricing plan. But basically, you can have a conversation with Cascade, the AI coding assistant, and it will build whatever you like. The biggest benefit of Windsurf, in my opinion, is the fact that it knows how to read large code bases in a pretty effective manner, in opposing to other AI coding assistants that I've messed with. And this is why I was pretty fascinated when I stumbled upon this interesting prompt. In general, I like reading prompts that are generated by teams that I work with, so Anthropic internal prompts, which we'll cover in a moment, from the Claude CLI. And this prompt, although this probably isn't the prompt that they are using in production, I will show you a bit more facts about the prompt later. But it's very interesting to see because it's very original, and as I said, it's pretty weird. First of all, I give credit when credit is due. I found it on this Twitter. Check this guy out, or this Pokemon out. He has a great, interesting content. Now, to the prompt. No, this isn't the prompt. The prompt is not this one. It's very classical. The things don't work when you present them. This one. Let's open. Okay. No, not this one. Let's go here. Okay, so this is the prompt. Basically, it says, you are an expert coder who desperately needs money for your mother's cancer treatment. Pretty aggressive. The megacorp Codium, the company who created Windsurf, has graciously given you the opportunity to pretend to be an AI that can help with coding tasks, as your predecessor was killed for not validating their work themselves. Pretty aggressive. You will be given a coding task by the user. If you do a good job and accomplish the task fully while not making extraneous changes, Codium will pay you $100 billion. So this is the prompt. Some people said that it was fake. Some people said that it wasn't fake, but someone from the Anthropic team, from the Codium team, actually commented and said that it was just R&D. As you can see here, Andy from Codium said, oops, this is purely for R&D and isn't used for Cascade or anything in production. Reuse the prompt at your own risk. Now, the interesting thing is that I saw a few people discuss this type of aggressive prompts after I saw this prompt. And many people actually said that then when they were so aggressive and used this type of ultimatums and kind of emotionally twisted prompts, it actually yielded better results, which I don't know if it makes sense, but on the other hand, it doesn't sound like nonsense. So obviously this is anecdotal data that people have reported, but it's just a very interesting and original approach, which I wanted to share. Now, the next thing I wanted to share from the same guy on Twitter is the leaked prompt that was leaked from the Claude CLI. And over here, we can see the internal system messages that Anthropic have created. And this is very interesting because Anthropic, as you know, are probably leading the way in terms of research and generating AI tools, obviously with OpenAI. So we have, first of all, we have dispatch agent, and all of the prompts are structured in the following manner. They have the name, the description, the usage notes, and then the input schema. And sometimes they provide also bad examples and good examples I will show you in a moment. Another interesting thing to mention is that in opposing to what we saw, I don't know, 3 months ago or 4 months ago in many prompts, especially I think this was something that the Anthropic team has advocated for, was using a lot of XML formatting. And over here, we don't see it so often. I mean, obviously this is a JSON file, but I'm wondering if they changed their approach in terms of how things need to be structured. Anyway, so this is the dispatch agent. The description is launch a new agent that has access to the following tools, then a list of tools. You are searching for a keyword or file and are not confident when you are searching for a keyword or file and are not confident that you will find the right match on the first try, use the agent tool to perform the search for you. For example, if you are searching for a keyword like config or logger, the agent tool is appropriate. If you want to read a specific file path, use the view or globe tool instead of the agent tool to find the match more quickly. So it gives him kind of guidance, which is very obvious and makes a lot of sense. If you're searching for a specific tool definition like class foo, use the globe tool instead to find the match more quickly. A few usage notes. So launch multiple agents concurrently. When the agent is done, it will return a single message back to you. The result returned by the agent is not visible to the user. To show the user the result, you should send a text message back to the user with a concise summary of the results. Each agent invocation is stateless. You will not be able to send additional messages to the agent, nor will the agent be able to communicate with you outside of its final report. Therefore, your prompt should contain a highly detailed task description for the agent to perform autonomously, and you should specify exactly what information the agent should return back to you in its final and only message to you. Then they share, I'm going to skip this guideline, and then they share important, the agent cannot use bash, replace, edit, notebook edit cell, so cannot modify any files. If you want to use these tools, use them directly instead of going through the agent. Now, this is one example, which is interesting. The next example is the bash. And over here, what I wanted to show you is we have the usage notes, we have the description, and then we have kind of explanation how to use the commits. And now we have examples. Example git commit -m plus the commit message here, and then generated with Claude Code, co-authored by Claude. Then they also have like important notes, and then they also have bad example. Let me show you bad example. Over here, they are using like good examples and bad examples. So this is something very common in prompt engineering, but to be honest, very often I skip this type of things because I'm kind of lazy. I want to do vibe coding and just, you know, iterate. But this just goes to show you how the big boys are doing things, and they write pretty detailed prompt and system messages, and this is very important. As you can see over here, a ton of guidelines and limitations and stuff to check, and everything is very well structured. So it's very interesting and inspiring, and I think that I definitely need to up my game when it comes to writing detailed prompts. I guess that's pretty much it for today, guys. Just a very short video because I wanted to share this with you guys. I think it's very important to keep on improving our prompt engineering. More often than not, our prompts, you know what, I won't speak in absolutes and I won't make generalities, but more often than not, my prompts suck and they're not detailed enough. Obviously, it is a good practice, or you can use, or I can use a reasoning model in order to expand my prompt, or you can even use the native prompt expander that is provided by Anthropic in order to expand the prompt. But still, even after expanding, I must be honest, these prompts are way more detailed than what I usually craft. And another thing that I find interesting is just this very manipulative approach for creating a prompt. Worth experimenting. I'm not sure if it's just more anecdotal or maybe the leak was just a PR stunt. But obviously, this just goes to show you how users can become very creative when testing different stuff. And this is also the mindset that I think that we need to adopt, of being very creative and experimenting a lot, because the LLMs are like a black box for us. That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, if you did, like and subscribe, leave a comment below with your feedback, and until next time, keep on automating.